Right, just got hold of this. Now what's in here, this is a Fender tweed case. Hopefully you can see that. What I've got in here is an American Vintage II 51 Tele. Now this is a real kind of special one if you're into Telecasters, I think. This was actually a trade-in for one of my guitars I was selling. And this is a great guitar. I haven't really done much with it at all. I've had a quick play on it, plugged it into a little practice amp very quickly to check it works. It sounded great. But today I'm going to give my first impressions of it. Right, so yeah, as I said, it's just come out of the case for the second time for me, but the first time was very, very quick just to test it. Now this particular one, I haven't checked the year, but I don't think it's very old. I think it might be about a year old. And this one, the previous owner has sanded off the lacquer here. Now the feel of that is just lovely, and it's definitely an improvement, I think. But it's not drastic. So if you feel the original finish here and then go on to this part, it's just a bit smoother. It's just a bit nicer. So that's a lovely feature. And they've also kind of relicked it very slightly. There's a tiny bit of wear there. I think that's probably artificially done. I personally wouldn't have done that, but you know, it doesn't affect the guitar because it's on the back. Other than that, this one is in perfect condition. Frets are really good. Yeah, just almost like a new guitar. Now the first thing you notice about these guitars is the neck. This is a 51 reissue, so it's meant to feel like a 1951 Tele. And the neck's quite big. Well, I mean it is, it's a real handful, but there's something about it that makes it comfortable. So for me personally, I don't normally like really big necks. I like sort of medium kind of necks. But this is kind of a handful, but really comfortable. And the only way I can describe it is it doesn't feel very wide this way, but it's quite deep that way. And for me, that's what I like. My PRS DGT's got a similar neck. This is a bit fatter than that. So that's nice, and that, I think that does add to the tone. So when you plug a guitar like this in, the size of that neck I think does affect the tone in a good way. What else can I say? It's got strings through the body, which is, you know, what you'd imagine a guitar like this would have. These come with the ashtray bridge, which I've got in the case, and this one's got all the paperwork and everything with it. I don't think this has been played actually. It looks like it's had the thing done to the neck and then not been used, and that's what the previous owner pretty much indicated to me. So acoustically, you can almost feel that some of that tone is coming from the neck. I can feel the neck vibrating more than most guitars. This really is my first impression of this guitar. Yeah, really kind of, you really feel it through the neck on this. Even single notes. Yeah, this one's meant to be for sale, but it's going to be hard to let this one go. But anyway, we'll see. I haven't even plugged it in properly yet. So in terms of the weight, it's, what would I say, medium to light. It's not a really lightweight guitar, but it's reasonably light. It's probably on the light side of average for a Tele. The last Fender Tele I owned was a 90s, a 1993 I think. American Standard, lovely guitar, but a little bit heavy I found. And this is definitely lighter than that. This one, I haven't weighed it, but I will weigh it and I'll put the weight of it here. So I want to plug this in and see how it sounds, but my first impressions, oh, it's just lovely. It's just, you know, no, like typical Tele, no frills. It's just a standard kind of couple of bits of wood stuck together. So I'm going to put it into the Strymon Iridium like I normally do. I'm using a cloudburst for a little bit of reverb. And I've got an Origin Effects Deluxe 61 pedal, which is a really nice tremolo, which I might put in at some point. And it's also got a kind of an overdrive built into that, so I might use that. Just as I'm talking, I'm feeling this. It's not completely perfect because there's a tiny little nick there. Don't know if that will come through on the camera. It's very small. I couldn't see it when I was looking. I can see it now. I've noticed that it's there, but you can feel it with your finger. That's the only thing I can see other than what's been done here intentionally. That neck feels just brilliant. That's really nice. Okay, let's plug this in. I just plugged this into a tuner and gave it a tune up, and the machine heads are brilliant. They're Fender, they're probably Clusons, they look like Clusons, but I think they say Fender on them. But yeah, vintage style slotted machine heads, but they work really nicely. They're very smooth, and my favourite vintage style machine heads are Gotos, I would say, and for this type. And these feel as good as the Gotos I've got on one of my other guitars. So that's a good sign, because Fender machine heads, well, certainly on the early models up to probably the 80s, they were awful. I've got a 70s Strat. Machine heads are just terrible, and they made replacements for those and they weren't any good either. But anyway, these are great, so it tunes really nicely, so that's a good sign. Okay, I'm going to plug it in. Okay, I can't stop playing this, so I wanted to make this video reasonably short. Yeah, this is currently up for grabs. I think it's a brilliant guitar. If you want a Telecaster with no, as I said earlier, no frills, just a real bog standard, brilliant sounding Telecaster, then message me about this one. So it's an American Vintage II 51 Tele, I think that's what it is. I'll put it in the title and description anyway, exactly what it is. But yeah, superb guitar. Okay, thanks for watching.